Hello, and welcome to another edition of All or Not According to Jack with your host, Jack Toledano. As you can see, I am sporting my Sea of Tranquility shirt. Looking forward to October 1st, SOT Fest. Be there or be square in Poughkeepsie, New York at the Chance. So, anyway, that's not our subject of tonight. That will be a topic of a future episode. But in any event, um, so what we're going to talk about tonight is some TV watching. And first of all, so I have this project going on upstate where I am building a second home, and it's going very well. I am It's taking up a good majority of my time. That's why, you know, having difficulty recording episodes these days, but I am home on Long Island this weekend, so fortunately I am able to record a few more. But I just want to call out to two people that came to visit Susan and I last week. My brother-in-law Mark and his girlfriend Margaret. They gave us their subscription to Paramount Plus. Of course, my TV watching has gotten kind of stale, and I thought, you know what? Maybe it would give me some material for a future episode. So let's talk about Paramount Plus. And thank you, Mark and Margaret, by the way. Let's bring up the screen. Paramount Plus. So just take a drink. Let's go Mets. Whoop, wrong way. Mr. Alonso. So anyway, Paramount Plus. I've been saying to myself forever, you know what? Why would I want to spend this kind of money? Um, you know, I'm already paying a high premium for cable down here on Long Island. In addition to that, I now have a Wi-Fi service for my home upstate. So, all the bills are mounting. But fortunately, we have Paramount for at least for a couple months to check out, free of charge. So I'm jumping into it, both feet. Things that I like about it. So I'm not a huge fan of reality TV, but I see that there's Big Brother, 24 seasons worth, and Survivor, 42 seasons worth. I mean, really? Are the are the networks that hard up that they have to smush multiple seasons into one calendar year to get that many freaking seasons? Good Lord. I mean, those are not that's not reality TV that I would watch. And come on, let's be real. How much script writing is in there? Uh, which is not to say I don't dismiss reality TV altogether. There are a few shows that I do like. My daughter Sam got me into the show called Ink Master. Now, I don't have a tattoo. My daughter does have a few. Even my wife has a few. But I love the creativity in that show. I love the artistry. I love the fact that you know, how would you say they make it into a contest. Who can and I don't begin to know what the judges would know. They know about tonal qualities and color and all sorts of stuff, but they make it sound so legitimate and so real. I love the competition. I like the fact that they make these people work under pressure that, okay, you have 3 hours to make a tattoo of a certain theme, or say the ocean, for example, and I mean, things that I think that I like, they think suck. So shows you how little I know about it. But I find that I find the competition very entertaining. The cooking shows, I don't really have time to watch them, but I probably could get into them because you know what? I like them. And I think that they could give me some pointers. I just haven't found any cooking shows on Paramount yet, but I'm looking. Another show, reality show on Paramount Plus that I love, and it's great to see that I can tap into all 7 seasons. And remember the word tap because it features a guy named John Tapper. I'm talking about Bar Rescue. I talked about that in my last one of my last episodes where Tim Rip Rowan's Judas Priest singer made it onto one of his episodes where he had his own bar in what's it, Akron, Ohio, I guess. Of course, John saved the day, and basically the premise of that show is he comes into a failing bar. He puts a lot of synergies into place, like a new POS system, these drink systems, and they weigh the bottles to be able to tell them to keep inventory, how much they're pouring versus how much they're selling. Fascinating. He brings in experts to teach them how to make new drinks and teach them how to do it and train them and how to do it more, make drinks more accurately, and come up with a good menu plan in the kitchen. I love that show. You know, I I love seeing that type of creativity and that type of synergy to improve a product. You know, things like that entertain me. So good job. So let's talk about some new shows on the Paramount Plus. So uh, I like Beavis and Butthead, and I like South Park. So Beavis and Butthead, for example, they have a new movie called Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. I haven't seen it yet, but it's on my list. They also come out with a few new episodes. I've seen a few of those. Funny as shit. Beavis sitting there with an electric drill in class. Too funny. I'll have to confiscate that from you, Beavis. Okay. Uh, yeah, so that's on my watch list. South Park, they have this two-part movie called The Streaming Wars. I've seen part one so far. Very funny. Uh, it's instead of movie streaming, it's kind of a metaphor for streaming of water, where again, west they're having a drought, and up in Colorado they have, I would just say, not enough snow. So all that snow melts and runs off, and it's fortifies all the rivers and the lakes and reservoirs, all the way down to Lake Mead, which my wife and I visited a few years ago, when we went to Las Vegas for our anniversary, and we went to the Hoover Dam, and we took a day cruise on Lake Mead, and yeah, it's serious, but uh, South Park lampoons it all, which puts a funny spin on it. But I pray for all those people. Mother Nature, help us out. Um, so other things that I'd like to watch. I see my favorite show, The Odd Couple, is now on Paramount. But come on, Paramount, get all the freaking episodes, not just select ones where you're worried that uh, there's going to be copyright infringement because Felix likes to sing. Anyhow, so what I'd really like to talk about are two shows that I've been wanting to watch, and now I can watch. And oh man, they're both phenomenal. I'm talking about a Western called 1883, which is a prequel to Yellowstone. I know Butch Jones on his uh, Facebook page has talked about what is it, Yellowstone? What a great show it is. And then they advertised the prequel, 1883, and basically a family taking a wagon train up to, I guess, up to Wyoming or just north of Wyoming into Montana to start the Yellowstone Ranch. But and in the meantime, what they're doing is so the man of the family, James Dutton, he's actually helping Sam Elliott's character, who's a retired marshal and or captain. He was in the Civil War, and another gentleman. They're escorting this German clan up to points west. But all the trials and tribulations of being on a trail and trying to blaze the American West, they put a very how would you say realistic spin on it, and talk. It's not all glamour. They talk about the dangers of taking a journey like that. Uh, it's very gritty, Western. You got Sam Elliott plays a great part. Tim McGraw plays a great part. Faith Hill, uh, a woman country singer, I think, beautiful woman, but they make her basically look battle worn. Very realistic look. But yeah, got to check it out. I am 3 episodes in, and I don't want to watch it all at once and kill it. Like to space it out a while and enjoy it, but yeah, that's one of those shows that's got me hooked, and that's exactly what I'm looking for. A show that can get me hooked, and that almost like a good book, you just don't want to put it down. So 1883, good stuff, especially if you're into westerns. Another show, and this is a completely different genre than westerns. This is mob movies, something called The Offer. And basically, it's a very unique spin. It's not just about mob movies, but it's more the making of the movie The Godfather. How they came about it, and they talk about all the big names. Al Ruddy, the guy who produced it. Little did I know he actually produced Hogan's Heroes back in the '60s. So they got him to Paramount got him to produce it. What else was I going to say? They show the guy Rufo, I guess is Mario Rufo or something like that. He's the person who wrote the book. It was a great book, but he was unable to adapt it to the screen, so they hired Francis Ford Coppola, who played a great part on the show so far and was the mastermind to putting that amazing script together. He just had this vision that he could see how this thing came together. So I just completed episode 3 for that as well. Let me tell you, just like 1883, I can't put this down. It's that damn good. They talk about how how Frank Sinatra got his nose broke, and how he felt that the script was and the whole movie was making fun of him. And in the beginning, the mafia was on his side, but then Sinatra pissed the mafia off, and they're like, you know what? Do put him in this. Do put him in the script. Do lampoon him. Make fun of him. We'd enjoy it. This was after Joe Colombo, one of the capos of the Colombo family, I believe, just made it to the commission, and he actually had to okay the movie to the producer. Little did we know, and he did. Once they settled it like gentlemen. And his last parting remark, that character, is he supposed to portray Frank Sinatra? And the producer's like, why do you want him to? I like this guy. Good stuff. Unfortunately, I think it's only a limited series, so I would pray that they come back and make a second season, because it's just that damn good. So we talked about that. Trying to think of other things that I might like to watch. So um, things that I wouldn't watch. There's Behind the Music. I peruse the different episodes, and you're not getting the old classic rock like they talked about Judas Priest, British Steel. They talked about Pink Floyd, The Wall. They talked about I guess Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, and all those great albums. All those great bands. I believe they talked about the Eagles. Um, Here they're talking about the new shit that's being put out, or at least most of it. So I don't think I'd waste my time. What else? All Star Shore. What the hell? So basically, what they did was they took Jersey Shore, then they had Georgia Shore, and they had all these other Acapulco Shore. Now they're smashing them together and making All Star Shore. The fuck cares? Last one, Baywatch with The Rock. I don't know. You know, I'm not sold on The Rock as an actor. I mean, here's a guy who's never going to, you know, win an Oscar like, say, Brando did for the Godfather. So I don't get the fascination. I mean, he was a great. I mean, I wouldn't say a great wrestler. He was a great entertainer in WWE, and they had the confidence to put him into how would you say, a main event. They only want people that they think can sell tickets, and he was one of them. But I'm not sold on him as to carry a movie, a big name for a movie. So other things I would check out. So there's this thing called Ghislaine. I guess it's a story of I'm sorry, what is it? Hello. I had to do one of those research moments just to make sure I got this right. So there's the show on Paramount called Ghislaine. It's the woman who's basically the partner of Jeffrey Epstein with the abused girls and led to his disgrace. And really, we want to know how involved she was. So that's a show that I might be checking out. Um, what else? Looks like they have the Twilight Zone came back 2 seasons. I might want to check that out. There's a movie called Honor Society, which I might be interested in. Last but not least, one thing I checked out as I was perusing all the movie and show offerings, something called The Day the Music Died. Um, that looks interesting. Not a huge fan of the song or Don McLean, but I think it would make for, but I know it was immensely popular back in the early 1970s, and how he talks about the tragedy with Buddy Holly and oh shit, and Richie Valens and the Big Bopper and that crash in an Iowa cornfield, you know. So that I think would be high on my list to check out, being that it's a one-off movie. But so that's my spiel about Paramount Plus. So how you can help me out in the comments below. Tell me, do you have it? Would you get it? What do you think? Is it you know have you seen any of its offerings? What have you watched? What have you liked? What have you not liked? Uh, Anything that you would recommend to me to watch that I haven't already watched or started watching, please let me know. I am Jack Toledano, speaking for All or Not According to Jack. If you like what I do, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please tell your friends about this, hopefully, this great programming that I'm try to bring to you. Have a good one, folks, and I will speak to you soon.